Hello, welcome back to not another Bryce Tries, but a Love Me Some Legos. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, but I got the Mos Eisley Cantina Star Wars set, which was a really phenomenal set, and I wanted to review it. I've also gone back into Legos a little more recently, so there might be some more Love Me Some Legos coming. But this is, I gotta move all this. Anyway, this is Mos Eisley Cantina, Star Wars Master Builder Series set. It's got the little Master Builder Series there. This is like a UCS play set, because UCS sets are usually vehicles, except for that one Hoth set. And it is set number 75290, 18 plus, 3,187 pieces. And it has, I believe, 21 minifigures all at the top there, 9 of which are exclusive to this set, which is pretty good. That's a lot of exclusive minifigures for a set. I don't know what else to say about the front of the box. You can see the 2 extra buildings it comes with, the main cantina, and just some of the figures. Then on the back of the box, you have an interior view of some more of the figures and the bar and some of the little rooms we'll be looking at a little more in depth later. There's Greedo and Han, and then it shows, sometimes they'll show scenes of where that comes from. Shows one of the vehicles, some more figures. It shows dimensions here of everything, which is cool. And then I already showed you the top of the box, and that's about it for the box. You can see the 2 Tatooine suns there, so that's kind of a cool detail that they did. That's about it for the box. I'm going to move over to the instruction booklet. I'm not going to go over all of the little exclusive details that are in this because that'll take a while, but it's the same picture as the cover. And what I like that they do with the bigger sets is they give a little bit of information, like this is about the design team who did this, and has a picture of the cantina, and it talks more about the person. And then it talks about the cantina, and it has a quote, this place can be a little rough, and it has some pictures. And then with each of the little builds, it'll show you kind of what it's from. So this little speeder build here, there's a picture of where it appears, and then it says the name and like what it is. It has it in all sorts of different languages, and it shows all the bags, yada yada, normal instruction stuff. 18 bags in the set. Let me just find a quick example of another little quote just to show. Every once in a while, they'll have little tidbits of information, like or quotes like Mos Eisley Spaceport. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. And then it has little information on the cantina, that some of these metal droid parts that used in the cantina are pieces of droids. The IG-11 heads is what they used. So that'll give you some little information on that. And towards the end, when you finish the cantina part of it, it'll have some more information on the types of buildings and just general area, and I'll show you some of the things you're building next. I don't know why that's there, because you built that previously, but that's the instructions. Now I guess we'll go on to the small builds, then I'll do minifigures, then I'll do the biggest thing. This is a droid-like vehicle thing. I watched the cantina scene to see where some of these things are from, because I don't remember this. It does appear a few times in the background, like up against a wall, so I don't really know what it is. On the inside, there's a place you can fit a minifigure and a little control panel. Uses a lot of stickers around the side. So this is cool. I don't really know what it is, or it's been included in 2 cantina sets, so I don't know really why, but that's that. And then there's the speeder. I really like this speeder. I like how they did the back. I wish these were filled in a little bit, but I like how they did the back there. And there's these clear pieces to make it seem like it's gliding. On the inside, there's a sticker there of the spaceport, and you can fit a minifigure there. And I don't know if this is supposed to be like an unnamed droid or just like a part of the design. And then there's another little spot for a second minifigure there. So, and then this isn't really one of the small builds, but I'm counting it because it's the dewback. His opening mouth, and a saddle you can put on him for your sand trooper to ride. But then what else is cool is you can take off the saddle. It usually comes off in one piece, and then take these off, and then just take this regular piece and put that on to make him a wild dewback, which is cool if you don't want to have him saddled. And then I will go on to these little side builds. So I thought this was really nice. Instead of just giving you the cantina and those other things, they took time to give you 2 extra little buildings. If you're building a Star Wars Tatooine spaceport scene, this is, I forget they say what these are. I forget what this is. I think it's just based on the context clues. There's like little scrap parts, and on the inside there is too. So I'm assuming it's some like warehouse or a shady warehouse where they build things. You can take the tops off, and then on the inside there's a little crystal there, a wrench in there. There's that. This is like the zipline piece. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but it's in that bucket. There's a stove, chainsaw on the wall, shovel. So some little details there. And I really like that they included these little builds. I think they're really good. They're really fun. And I don't know what that is. Maybe like space ATM. I don't know. Nothing really on the side here. On the front, and some more pieces. I like how they did this. They did a clip there, and then you make this and clip it on to kind of show that it's in there. I think that's cool. So that's the bigger, longer of the 2 buildings. This one, I remember in the book, it said, I liked that they did this a lot, it said this is like a Jawa little post where he'll sell stuff. There's the little window there, and this nice cloth piece, and it's kind of ripped up there. So I thought that was cool. On the side, there's another one of the zipline pieces, and some other just like junk hanging off this ladder. And then here, there's a door that I can't seem to open. There we go. There's a door, a sliding door. You'll see a few more of these throughout the set. There's quite a few of these. And then there's this top ball piece, like a lot of the buildings have. That's also in the Obi-Wan set, Obi-Wan house set. And then on the inside, there's a broom, some stuff on the wall, a cup, a wrench in there. Nothing too detailed. There's a gun, a blaster on the wall right there. Just some interior. And you'll see a few more of these too. I like these boxes. They're little Imperial like crates. They're printed, which is cool. And those are those 2 little builds. And now let's move on to the minifigures. So first, we'll look at the non-exclusive ones, the most basic figures. This is Luke Skywalker. He comes in multiple sets, very generic. He has the metallic lightsaber hilt. He has a like more angry face expression, back printing, leg printing, nothing too special. Just he's Luke. This is hooded Obi-Wan. I like this because he only comes with this new hood piece in 2 sets. So it's cool to get him wearing that. And under the cape, he's got like some pouches and back printing. And that's about it. It's Obi-Wan. This is Han Solo. I actually have only one of him, and it's him wearing the Rebel Medal of Honor from Return of the Jedi. So it's good to get an updated version of him, just regular. And he's got a alternate face print, a grin on his back torso. He's got just some pockets, I guess, and otherwise it's pretty generic. And on the front, he has some more pockets in his signature vest and tan shirt. And he's got a blaster too. C3PO, he has just, I don't have much to say about these generic figures that come in a lot of sets. I'll have more to say about the other ones, but he's got the standard printing. What bothers me a lot is he doesn't have dual molded right there, because it bothers me that the metal is right there and then gone and then it's gold for the rest. It's inaccurate and weird, but otherwise he's pretty good. And it should have came with the C3PO that came in this set should have been the one in the Luke's UCS Landspeeder. I know they want to keep that exclusive, but this is a very expensive set also, so they should give you the good C3PO. I still want to try and get that C3PO off Bricklink. And R2-D2, he comes in a boatload of sets. He hasn't been changed in a very long time. No back printing. I know they did make one that had back printing, so again, and it came in, I think, the Trash Compactor set. So again, maybe have that one come in here. Just a little more detailed figure because expensive set. And then the last of the original crew that we took place in the scene is Chewbacca. This is the more updated version of him, obviously. He's got face printing. He's got the stud shooter crossbow and the belt that wraps all the way around underneath. He's got leg printing, which I really like, which is normal, but I've just never noticed it before. Underneath that is just regular brown torso. So that is nothing special. I already have a Chewbacca. This is also not an exclusive figure, but I always like getting Jawas because I just have a few already, and they're generic Tatooine smugglers that are fun to have around. And it's very cool one was included in this set for the Jawa outpost. He's got back printing with the straps that go all the way around. He's got the stun gun he uses to shoot R2-D2 with. And that is it for Jawa. I'm going to do all three of these guys at the same time because it's the same figure. These guys have come in one other Cantina set before. The only difference between all these three is their instrument. They all have the instruments they played the do-do-do-do-do-do song with. And they're nice. I've had one of these before I got at a Comic-Con, so I've got three more. Back printing, just the generic shirt they're wearing, and very cool head mold. And the bartender. I wish he's pretty good, but his hair it fits, but it's kind of generic hairpiece. So he's a okay figure, but he's got a little blaster. He's got a belt that goes all the way around. He's got some back printing. No leg printing, unfortunately. But yep, that's it for that guy. And then I'll do both the Sand Troopers at the same time, because once again, they're very similar. So, these guys, according to Bricklink, are exclusive to the set. I know he is, because this black shoulder cape piece was only on him. And this guy came in a dewback and the R2-D2 and C3PO microfighters, but I guess something must be different. Either the back build or like the head underneath. But according to Bricklink, he is an exclusive figure, and he's got the regular blaster piece. And same under here, his head is kind of just generic head. He's got the black version of the orange piece. The orange one is a commander. He is just one of the other, generic sand troopers. He's got binoculars also. The other one had that too. And both of them have the same little back build here of the pack they have. If you take that off, you can see through the clear studs. He's got back printing. There's sand on the back printing, I think. Yep. And so I like sand troopers. I like getting them very much. And now we're getting on, I think this guy is not exclusive. Again, Greedo. He came in one other Cantina set. And this is my first Greedo, so I like his head mold. It's very textured and detailed, very good. I like the colors on him. He's got good back printing, or generic, but at least he has it. He's got cool leg printing with the belt, so very good figure. Now all the rest here, I believe, are exclusive. This is, I forget his name. It's like Dr. something. But he was the guy who said, he doesn't like you. And then this guy came, he said he doesn't like you, but I don't like you either. And then his arm got chopped off eventually by Obi-Wan Kenobi. I like this figure a lot. He has a exclusive head mold for this guy, I'm pretty sure. And orange vest he has in the movie, and a little blaster piece. And then he's got cool hairpiece. I didn't know he was the guy in the scene until I saw the scene, because it's kind of hard to translate that distorted face on one side to Lego, but they did a pretty good job Legoifying him. So very nice figure. No leg printing, unfortunately. This guy I like a lot. And all these people who came in the cantina were all in the scene. Like, they didn't just invent random people. I watched the scene and they were all there. He was more of a background guy, but he is very cool. This head has come on 2 figures. It came on a Jedi of him, of this type of species, which is cool. He's got the little mouth there, which I think was a nice detail. He's got back printing. And then he does have leg printing, which I like. I feel like a lot of these guys should have leg printing because, again, it's a big set, and minifigures are some of the best parts of Lego. This is the little bat guy. He appears in like 1 or 2 scenes. It's funny they included him, but he's very cute. He's got the man-bat hairpiece that came in Monster Fighters and the Lego Batman movie, and maybe some other things too. Regular. I like his white vest. He's very cool. Satan. He's not Satan, but I don't know what his name is, but he is a very Satan look. He's got a cape. His head, there's his whole head, but he's got the top mold there, which is very interesting and a very useful, cool piece. They could use that in the future for like a Satan piece if they wanted to. He's got a gunmetal gray torso, which I like a lot. So I really like this guy. No leg printing, unfortunately. On the back, it kind of looks like an Imperial officer printing. Sorry to everyone who just died a little bit over me doing the cape like that. And then this isn't Bosk, but it's one of the Bosk-like aliens. He has a tan head instead of green, and he also appeared in the scene just drinking from the bar. And in the set, he came with the bag that had that speeder, so maybe he's supposed to drive that. In the last figure, which is probably my personal favorite, is the Imperial Spy. He is kind of a pricey figure. He's going up to like $30. I'm not sure what his average is, but he is a exclusive figure to this. This is the only Imperial Spy they've ever made, and it's very nice to have him finally. And they didn't do a special head mold. They did a generic gunmetal gray unprinted head, and then took this neck piece you would put around the neck to do that, and then you take this special, the hood piece that Obi-Wan has, and it makes it look like it's all together, which I thought that was really cool how they did that. His torso printing looks like just Imperial officer printing, and his back too isn't anything special, but I like this guy a lot. He's got a little blaster, so very cool they include him. I like to have him like lurking around the corner in the scenes with this head. Now, onto the meat and potatoes, the actual cantina. And this is obviously the main build, Mos Eisley Cantina. And what's really cool is you can take all of these off for easier access to look at the inside and put figures in. So if you get an over top bird's eye view, that's the cantina put together, all the inside. And you can, I'll show this later because it's harder to see on the inside, but I'm going to spread this open now. Give me a minute. What's really interesting is you can just, this piece you just rest on here. It doesn't clip in anything, it just rests. Yep, there we go. It spreads out very wide, fully open. So I'm gonna curve it like that. So on the inside, you've got the bar right here, where the bartender will serve drinks to everyone. There's some drinks here, here, here. and like the overtop area. There's the cash register here, some drawers, just nice little details there. There's a bottle up there. And then if you go over here, it's kind of difficult to see, but there is a inside there with chairs and a little whatever that is. But that is where you would enter through the cantina. There's some stairs right there. And then there's a little table right there. Another one of these imperial boxes with some goggles in it. And then there is a booth, 2 booths, and a table and chairs to have people sit down. Here, just 2 chairs and a little table. These are like the tables in the cantina scene, if you go watch that after this video. And then the exact same thing right there. This is the first side you build, and then you build this other side right here, which we'll go to now. This is where the cantina plays, so you can put all the cantina figures in there playing, and you take off this top to get easier access to that. And then this is where you would put Han and Greedo to sit, so you can have the iconic Who Shot First duel, and you can flip little switches at the back to make them fly off. I'll show where that is when we go around and do the outside. And then there's another corner here with a little, one of these comfy chairs, and then just a regular chair and a table. And then a smaller chair right there. That's all for the inside, other than this one little area. This is easiest to show in this way. There's a little back room here. In the instructions, it says the LEGO designers were given a little creative freedom with this. So they added this little back storage room with the door. And it's hard to see the inside, but there's a tiny sticker there of R2-D2 and C-3PO. It's kind of difficult to see. And then on the other side of that, there is a cabinet. I'll take this off. There's a just a storage area for where the bartender stores his stuff, and this is the back door to it. So I thought that was a cool little addition. I'll fix that after. Cool little addition that they added to the cantina. Next, I'm going on to the outside. There we go. All right, let's flip this around. All right, so starting here, this is where you would take your do-back, and you would sit right there. There's little, there we go, things for him to clip into. There's a bone right there for him to eat and some water, his food and water. And then moving over to here is one of the iconic Tatooine just like antenna things. Maybe they're cell signal, I don't know. And then here you get a good look at one of these Imperial boxes I like. The cuts printed and it's just cool. Crates. I want them to use that in more sets. And there's a crate here with like a wrench in it. And then there's another crate here with probably goggles in it. I'm not gonna open it. And then just some junk to add some detailing. And then another one of the spires. This one is more detailed and bigger. And then there's nothing right there. The last little outside area is at the very front here. There's the cantina door, and this actually spells out the sticker there, cantina. There's the sliding door, and you can have figures lay around out here doing whatever. And I hope I did this set justice, because this is a phenomenal set. I would highly recommend you get this if you can afford it, because it is a big set. But it is obviously the best cantina they've ever made. And with these 2 extra buildings you get, and the other little speeders, if you have any other Tatooine sets, you could make a whole little Tatooine area, because this itself right here is almost just a whole Tatooine because of all the figures it comes with too, and the do-back. And I'm pretty sure I hit all the details on this set. I hope I did. But that's it for this. Love me some Legos. I hope I will do more of these, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.